Hello, everyone. I'm Kirsten from the Mass Realty Communications team, and today I'm speaking with Anna DeBiasi from the Quincy Community Action Program, which is also known as QCAP. So a community is strongest when it works together. So nonprofit organizations that help people and families that are in need are absolutely crucial to building, a safe, healthy, and strong community. So I'm really happy to talk with Anna today about how QCAP helps out in the Quincy community. So thank you so much for joining us, Anna. Could you please introduce yourself for us a bit?
Sure. Good morning. Thank you for having me. I am the Director of Marketing and Development for QCAP, as we're known. And my job is to kind of let the community know what sort of services and information are available, as well as, rallying community members who want to help with fundraising or donations or that kind of thing to help their local neighbors.
Okay, perfect. That's great. So in a nutshell, I always like to start with something a little bit general. Why do you think nonprofit community organizations like this one are so important to the community?
Yeah, thanks for asking that. I actually joined QCAP just this past February, and I'm a resident of Quincy. And, before that, I was sort of doing the commute to Boston and working in Boston. But I couldn't be happier to be working locally right now and just helping, people in my own community really just survive this really difficult time of, uncertainty and loss and financial hardship, really, as we see a lot of the people that we've, always worked with in the community, who have always faced different barriers, financial or otherwise. And, with the pandemic, all of these things have just sort of been exacerbated. So, so things are just harder than ever for local families. And QCAP, we offer so many different things that can help in so many different ways. So I think there's never been a more important time for these kinds of organizations.
Right. Awesome. That's a great way to lead into us giving a little bit of an intro of what QCAP does. And just in a general sense, what is the mission?
Yeah, I'm going to read it just so I get it perfectly right.
Of course.
So our mission is through partnerships, community engagement, and advocacy for racial, social, and economic justice, QCAP provides pathways to assist families and individuals from diverse backgrounds in their efforts to realize economic opportunity and create meaningful connections to improve the quality of our lives. So that covers a lot, but what I think is the most important part of our mission statement is that, it's through partnerships and community engagement, and we're providing these different pathways to help families. So whether that is providing a service directly, like some of our parent and family engagement, like we do parenting workshops and story time for kids, which all has, of course, gone virtual at this point.
Yeah.
So providing direct services, and then also connecting people to resources like fuel assistance to help connect families with funding that ultimately comes through the government, but we're sort of the connector to help families figure out how to navigate that. Same with different kinds of housing support services. So it's a combination of providing direct care services and also connecting to other resources.
Right. Okay. That's so great to hear. Yeah. Sometimes it's just about not knowing where to go or what forms to fill out or how to sign up to get the help that you need as well. Right.
Exactly.
And it sounds great as well, the programs that you have that are, connecting the parenting workshops and then the kids' story times. That's also like bringing people together to like help them have a support network, even in the actual community outside of your organization.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
And we also provide some of the other direct services we provide are English speakers of other languages classes, which we're starting to bring back some in-person options. That's also done really well virtually. We have a financial reach center that does all kinds of financial literacy, help with budgeting. Right now with the child tax credit that has come out, there's a huge opportunity for families to, make sure that money is getting their bank accounts to help their kids. So So we're a resource for information around that as well.
Right. Okay. Awesome. So there's a ton of great programs. If anybody hasn't heard of you guys, I encourage the website link will be down below, and you can check out the huge variety of things that you offer to the community. So that's so awesome to hear. Something I'd like to ask is, so there's obviously all these amazing things going on here at QCAP. Do you think you could share with us a success story or some positive outcomes you've seen from the program?
Sure. Especially in this last, going on 2 years, we've seen, our food pantry. It's called the Southwest Community Food Center, and it's located in a community with, families with a lot of needs, different, individuals with disabilities or families with small children, and, a lot of whom have had financial impact from the pandemic and economic fallout from that. So
right.
We've seen just a really big increase in families reaching out for the first time, which can be really scary and intimidating. And, I think one of the things that I've been most impressed with is the just compassion and openness and caring of our staff. Especially the food pantry has a great team who just sort of became their own COVID bubble, if you will, and just were really committed to serving people in a safe way and making sure that resource was still there for families. So we actually were able to, with the increased food insecurity, I think there became more awareness about it as well in the community. And so we've seen individuals and corporations, want to reach out and help either with food donations or monetary donations, which help a lot because then we can in turn use that to buy food from the Greater Boston Food Bank at a lower cost, a much lower cost really than if you're going to the grocery store. And then most recently we purchased a new refrigerated van, which is just very exciting, through a grant. And so now we're able to do these sort of pop-up mobile food pantries and really extend our reach for people who maybe can't physically get to our building. So that's really exciting.
Right. Awesome. Out of dark times, something good came out of this, right? Like the push and like you said, if anything, the awareness that you guys are there and that you've been helping families for a long time. That's really good to hear.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. So if someone were to need to access any of your services from, the food bank to the English courses, what is the best way for them to go about that?
Yeah, well, our website is really the best place to get information on every different program page. There's usually there's phone numbers and there's also an email address on the right side of every page that will directly connect you to the staff with that program that can help you, sign up for classes or get the right paperwork or whatever it is you need. So www.qcap.org. And then at the top, you can go to our programs and then there's a lot there, but you can kind of take a look and whatever one might be most helpful, check out their page.
Awesome. That's great. And then on the other side, people that want to get involved to help, how should they go about coming and reaching out to you guys to volunteer or for donations or whichever?
Yeah. So like I said, monetary donations are always helpful. And a lot of the times it's the food center that really can use the support. But there's other ways as well. So you can, again, go to the website. There's a donate now button and you can check that out. You can also go to our Southwest Community Food Center page, and which there's a link to our Amazon wish list, which will, there's different things. Sometimes we're doing different, like we just did a back to school drive for kids. So we're helping them get some school supplies and backpacks. And then as we move into the holiday season, we do a holiday gift program. So the families that come for monthly food orders are also eligible to then get some gifts for their kids around Christmas time. So, so there's lots of different ways to help.
Okay, that's awesome. That's good to hear.
We do have a volunteer income tax assistance. So during tax season, we'll have different volunteers, whether it's college students with some accounting experience or, sometimes it's people who have been in that space, but maybe are now retired. And so they'll volunteer to help people kind of guide them through the income tax filing process. So that's something we're always looking for. And that would start in January.
Okay.
And so some of that's been remote or like by appointment, and they're just trying to sort of do that the best way they can. But the whole program really relies on volunteers. So it's really important.
Okay, well, that's a really cool and important thing as well.
Yeah.
All right. So what is the best way for people to keep up with what's happening at QCAP? Like when you guys got your mobile refrigerator and things like that, how can people be like up to date on the news?
Yeah, I mean, I would say our website's always great, but our Facebook page is something that I'm really spending a lot of time keeping updated and you know, sharing things, whether it's community events that, you know, we might be a part of with other agencies and groups, or whether it's, you know, the latest parenting workshop we have, or announcements like the new mobile food pantry. You can also go to so the Facebook page is Facebook/Quincy CAP, so Quincy's CAP.
Okay.
And sometimes agencies like us are referred to as CAP agencies. There is a whole network of community action programs or community action agencies.
Okay.
So kind of wherever you live, there is going to be some kind of a resource like this. So we serve Quincy and some of the surrounding towns.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Anna. If people are interested in learning more, like you said, head over to the website, check out Facebook, and get in touch with you guys if they need to or want to get involved. I'm really impressed with the work you guys are doing. And I think from me and Mass Realty, we say a big thank you for all the hard work, especially during like a very stressful time. And hoping this video can help some more people get involved and get to know about you guys.
Great. Thank you so much for having me. And thanks for all you guys do for the community.
Thank you so much. And also just our final note, if anybody's checking out this video and they want to feature their organization with us, please just do reach out through our website or through social media as well. Thank you.